Joe Kennedy, son of the famous Kennedy family, is running for a seat in the U.S. Senate from Massachusetts. Joe, grandson of U.S. Senator and U.S. Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy, grandnephew of former President John F. Kennedy and Senator Ted Kennedy, and great-grandson of former U.S. Ambassador to the U.K., Joseph P. Kennedy Sr., is running against incumbent Senator Ed Markey, who's also a Democrat. Joe Kennedy III is honored to serve the 4th District of Massachusetts in Congress. Currently in his 4th term, he represents a diverse district that stretches from the suburbs of Boston to the cities of Massachusetts' South Coast. As a member of the influential House Energy and Commerce Committee, Joe's legislative agenda is driven by the needs of the families he's representing back home. He has worked to expand STEM education to undeserved students, fortify community health centers, increase legal assistance for low-income families, end discrimination in healthcare, and bring down monthly energy bills. Joe has established national leadership on the issues of mental health and substance use disorder. He has led legislation to strengthen mental health parity laws, expand Medicaid coverage, and ensure that all children and pregnant women have access to mental health treatment. In Washington, he has prioritized the economic development and rich manufacturing tradition of the 4th District. He is a vocal advocate for vocational technical schools, community colleges, and the region emerging clean energy industry.
The convention makes it a Kennedy victory by acclamation on the first ballot. Within an hour, the Democratic standard bearer is making his way to the convention arena, his supporters pointing to his overwhelming victory, as indicating that despite his youth and other issues, he's the man for the party. The Democratic presidential nominee is ready for the campaign war.
To my Indian American friends, thank you for your support. It means so much to me. My family's ties with India go back for generations. And this Indian American community in our Commonwealth is so inspiring. I look forward to representing the community in the Senate, and I hope to earn your support on September 1st. The 21st century can be the century of the United States and India, and the strengthening of that relationship that has brought our nations close, but still with so much more work to be done. The unification of values behind the world's largest democracy and the world's oldest democracy, to fight for human rights, to invest in our people, to understand that innovation, creativity, and entrepreneurship will power that next century and our next generations, and what we can do together. Nothing would make me more proud than to be able to continue that relationship in the United States Senate. For over 400 years, the United States has failed to reconcile with some of our original sin and the legacy of human bondage. Instead, we have codified that inequity through our laws, federal, state, and local. And we are still dealing with the inequities that permeate throughout our society. This must be at the centerpiece of all of the work we do going forward to ensure that truly, one day, we will be a place where not only all are created equal, but every person gets access to that American dream. Economic justice gets to the core of why I'm in public service and to the inequities we see across our Commonwealth and around our country. The median net worth of a White household in Greater Boston in 2018 is $247,000. And for a Black household, it is only $8. We have to address the massive inequities and the structural inequities that cause them. If we are truly going to have a more prosperous Commonwealth, we need to ensure that that prosperity can be achieved and shared across the board. That is the core of my work, and I hope to continue in the U.S. Senate.
This is the first time in the history I have seen that Indian diaspora is being decisive here in the United States U.S. Senate election. And as we all know that September 1st, it is primary of Democratic Party is going to be happening here. And 40,000 Indian diaspora people are literally on their toe to support Joe Kennedy III for this upcoming election. And it is not just only for the Senate election. I have been through with them since last 3-4 weeks. and I have seen that the people have a huge trust on this gentleman. He's a very young and dynamic and very receptive people. He's open-minded, and even he's carrying the legacy of JFK Kennedy and Robert Kennedy, who's the one who has created the relationship between India and US. When JFK Kennedy was president, he has launched that immigrant law, and a lot of Indian people came here in the United States and has given their gift to this country. And this Joe Kennedy, our he is serving as a congressman, and people have seen the glimpse of a United States president in him, and a lot of trust. So yes, I can see that upcoming primary will be very interesting, and let's see that what happened. On behalf of Indian diaspora, I am sure that he is going to win this election.
Time for another quick break, but